Very little is needed to make a happy life. It is all within yourself, in your way of thinking. Marcus Aurelius. Today, we're embarking on a journey that merges ancient wisdom applied in modern times with mindful practices. Our focus is the powerful and beautiful intersection of Stoicism and mindfulness. In this practical guide, we'll explore these philosophies and their similarities in practice, focusing on offering us a roadmap to inner peace in our complex, fast-paced world. So, let's dive into the practices for stability and tranquility. Practice 1. Digital detox and stillness. In a world where digital distractions are everywhere, finding moments of stillness is a rare gem. Despite the undeniable utilities of technology, its excessive use can get us lost in these virtual realities, disconnecting us from ourselves and our immediate surroundings, and getting us involved in conflicts or tragedies that, despite being far away from us, or even fake and designed merely to provoke a reaction, in the act of immersing ourselves in these stories, we feel as if they were actually happening to us, therefore wasting energy analyzing things that do not pertain to us and suffering from problems we cannot fix. Whether it be interacting with news, spam, advertising, hateful content, or irrelevant entertainment, we lose so much valuable time while purposelessly distracting and damaging our minds without even realizing we are doing it due to how automatized and normalized these habits have become for ourselves and our society. But in reality, this is not natural. It's a newly incorporated and addictive self-destructive behavior in which most people fall on a daily basis, and it has been closely associated with the gigantic increase in depression and anxiety in the last decades. Our minds are amazing sources of creation, but when they are constantly receiving input, they have no time or capacity to produce output. And given the permeable nature of mind, the content that we consume influence our thoughts and behaviors at levels we can't even comprehend. Just like our thoughts create our reality. And when we think positively, life feels positive. Or when we think negatively, life feels negative. The things we consume engage in a similar process in transforming our lives. What you consume is interpreted by your mind. Similar to a thought, what you read is narrated by your inner voice, and when you're scrolling through the internet, you barely have any control over what you see. By the time something pops up in your field of vision, it's already too late. And because of the dynamics of social networks being so fast and addicting, this process of processing and reacting to random data occurs pretty frequently. This causes all sorts of problems, like hypersexualized minds, short attention span, lack of creativity and authenticity, anxiety and depression, induced either by comparison with the best of others or by ignoring the voice in your head that tells you to stop. Feelings of self-loathing, and in general forgetting about the real world around us, filled with opportunities to make great use of our time with. Stoicism places great value on tranquility and self-discipline, and in these times, a digital detox is not only a powerful tool, but a necessity in order to master this. Consider setting aside dedicated time to disconnect from all of your devices. It will be hard at first, but with time you will get used to it and then maybe even keep increasing those windows of detox and decreasing the periods of mindlessly wandering in a chaotic sea of images, words, and conflicts that are not your own. This practice is also intended to foster your individuality by distancing yourself from people, external opinions, and expectations. This is an opportunity to give yourself a chance to be alone with your thoughts, without interruptions. Use at least some of this new and available time to embrace stoic stillness, allowing your mind to declutter and regain mental clarity, detach from society, and unplug from the constant stream of information and the network that never goes off. Perhaps reading a book, taking a walk, or simply letting your mind freely think and manifest whatever it wants to manifest. Implementing this habit would not only clean and heal your mind from this flow of mostly useless information coming from your phone, but could simultaneously be a time for relaxation, introspection, and creation. By letting your mind work by itself and output its inner creativity, feelings, and intentions. Practice 2. Mindful reflection. This practice connects the ancient wisdom of Stoicism with the mindfulness of the present moment. First, find a quiet space, sit comfortably, and take a few deep breaths. As you deeply inhale and exhale, reflect on what's within your control. What actions can you take today to improve yourself and your situation? By doing this, you will separate what is not within your control from what it is. In this state of awareness and relaxation, picture those elements that disturb you but can't be changed, and as you slowly breathe out, let them go. Release them along with the air in your lungs, and feel how this letting go, this acceptance of the things you cannot change, relaxes you even further. Think on the inevitability of both, on how pointless and damaging it is to resist exhaling, and in the same way, how pointless and damaging it is to resist experiencing those things which are beyond your control. But if you surrender and drop your resistance, then both experiences become more pleasant. Feel how, just like the air that you release from your lungs, leaves space for new air to come in. So do the thoughts that cloud your mind when they leave, opening up space for new thoughts to come in. Use this renewed space and time to fill it in with thoughts about what you can improve today. Consider this as a daily ritual, a moment of self-check-in. Ask yourself, what challenges do I anticipate today? What aspects of my life can I influence positively? What things am I lacking in my daily routine? By intertwining Stoic reflections with mindful breathing, we create a powerful mental state that helps us face the day with knowledge, wisdom, and resilience. Practice 3. Introspective journal. As we journey through the Stoic philosophy, we discover the importance of self-reflection. Stoic philosophers were avid journalers, using this practice to gain insights into their thoughts and actions. Dedicate a few minutes to jot down your thoughts, emotions, and daily experiences. Stoic journaling aligns with the idea of examining our lives and constantly striving for improvement. Think of your journal as a canvas for your thoughts, a space where you can engage in a meaningful dialogue with yourself. Challenge yourself to explore your values, aspirations, and the obstacles you face. Focus on your struggles, for it's in these challenges that Stoic virtues find their true expression. This is a great way of making your thoughts flow and your most relevant matters arise, since in journaling, your mind will instantly go places it doesn't frequently visit, because it knows that the journal is no place for trivia, but for real conversation. If one day you don't feel like writing deep thoughts, just describe your experiences of the day. If you don't feel like writing your experiences, then delve deeper into yourself. It can be about your past, your present, or your future. It can even be about things which don't include you, and even those topics can often eventually come back to you or some aspect of your life. You can use a basic structure to have some fundamental notions in your journaling, like noting the feelings and thoughts of the day, but you should not restrict your mind so much, since you could lose valuable insights about life and reality itself. This is not only a time for introspection, but a time for creative thinking. That's how you can make connections that you would otherwise don't. Don't be afraid to leap back and forth from different areas, to explore and experiment the full extent of your mind in its linguistic expressions. To get the best out of this practice, you have to learn to let go. Let go of shame, fear, doubt, and write whatever comes to mind. If you succeed, you will feel it's not you the one who's writing, as if your hands were writing by themselves. The important thing of writing it down isn't about setting a record, but about enhancing and stimulating the creative process of thinking and having a more organized, collected, and interconnected long format of thought. Think of Meditations by Marcus Aurelius. It started as his journal, but it isn't an autobiography. He used his wisdom and intelligence to extrapolate from his experiences and knowledge into general and actionable philosophies that we can all use and relate to. That's the power of the mind. That's the power of writing, to hold complex and long ideas and connect them to others, allowing you to expand them further. And also, it works by letting your mind know it's time to get to work. Remember that the more freely you can flow, the more comfortable you will feel to open up different parts of yourself without even realizing it, leading to new insights. Sometimes the process will be more introspective, and other times more outward-looking. The important thing is that you listen to how you feel and do it with an honest intent. It's a process of discovery, the discovery of the self and therefore of the other, as well as self-expansion, since you transform yourself with each action, and this one is no exception. Merely the act of discovering something about you changes you. So embrace this new habit of creativity, awareness, and cognitive expression. Over time, this practice becomes a key factor in your quest for transcendence. Practice 4. Mindful walking. This habit is not only about walking, it's about exploring the world and discovering a little bit about yourself along the way. Enter the wonderful world of mindful walking, a practice endorsed by the Stoics that's like a mini adventure for your mind. Picture this. You're strolling through a local park or a new neighborhood. Each step isn't just a step. It's a deliberate, intentional act. Mindful walking, according to Stoicism, is all about being right there in the moment. Forget the rush. It's about taking in the scenery, feeling the ground beneath your feet, and savoring the world around you. This practice includes deep Stoic principles like living in harmony with nature and connecting with your surroundings. As you wander along, let the environment speak to you, the crunch of leaves, the warmth of sunlight breaking through the trees. Mindful walking isn't just a stroll, it's a symphony of sensations that the Stoics would applaud. So let's make this real. Pick a new spot, maybe a big park you haven't explored or a city you haven't wandered by. Set aside a few minutes, and as you walk, let your senses take the lead. Notice the colors, the sounds, the smells. Let each step be an opportunity to explore, to be curious, to live in the now. That's mindful walking, not just a physical journey, but a mental one too. I encourage you to do it in new places, not only to make it more fun and exciting, but because exploring new areas in the physical world can reveal new areas in the mental one. And because in this type of walking, you really connect with your surroundings, making it a great way for knowing new places in depth. If it's a city, it can be in the details and styles of the architecture, the aesthetics, in the contrast between buildings and nature, the sounds of people walking and birds singing. Let it all flow through you as you watch the expressiveness of your surrounding, disinvolving right in front of you. A mystery of unexpected things showing you a unique combination of events that never happened before and will never happen again. Become aware of the privilege of being able to witness this, to be a part of it. In the practice of mindful walking, we're opening ourselves up to new experiences. It's about embracing the unexpected and finding joy in the details. So, let's turn our walks into adventures, following in the footsteps of the Stoics as we explore the world around us and, in the process, explore a little more about who we are. Practice 5. Gratitude. Gratitude, a cornerstone of Stoicism, is also a key component of modern mindfulness. Picture it as a daily dose of appreciation, a conscious effort to uncover the beauty in the everyday. Take a moment each day to reflect on what you're thankful for. In our fast-paced lives, it's easy to overlook the simple joys and moments of serenity. So, here's the challenge. Each day, take a moment to reflect on what you're thankful for. And no, it doesn't have to be grandiose. It could be the aroma of your morning coffee, the warmth of sunlight on your face, or the kindness of a friend. Stoic virtues like wisdom, courage, justice, and temperance find their roots in this practice of acknowledging the good in our lives. Consider how these virtues align with cultivating a grateful mindset. Instead of a quick mental checklist, jot down 3 things you're grateful for in a dedicated gratitude journal. It's not just about the act of writing. It's about embodying the Stoic principle of self-examination and reflection. Let this journal be a canvas for the things that bring you joy and contribute to your well-being. As you write, let your mind linger on each gratitude entry. Let the warmth of appreciation fill your thoughts. Stoicism teaches us that gratitude is a powerful force, transforming the ordinary into the extraordinary. It's about cultivating a mindset that transcends circumstances, finding joy in the simple and profound alike. Don't feel frustrated if it feels forced or useless at first. It might be easier or harder for you depending on your mental state and the context of your situation. But if you persist, you'll quickly notice that it has a subtle and soft effect on your state, like a warm caress thanking you back for recognizing the gift of life, that miracle which so many of us take for granted. So open your heart and your mind and try it. Don't expect it to work at once. Practice until the intention is deep and honest enough that you feel it ripple through you, and when it's strong enough, that will resonate even beyond and be perceived by others as the energy of your aura changes. Practice 6. Mindfulness in decision-making. Have you ever stood at a crossroads uncertain of which path to take? It's a universal challenge, and today we're diving into a practice that's like having a compass for those moments. The art of mindful decision-making. No complex doctrines, just a practical approach to navigating life's choices with intention. Imagine a decision looming before you, like a puzzle waiting to be unraveled. Instead of jumping in, hit the pause button. Mindful decision-making is all about taking that moment to breathe and reflect, bringing genuine thoughtfulness to each choice, aligning it with your own values and aspirations. As you contemplate your options, let the essence of mindfulness seep into your thoughts. Consider the possible ripples of your choices beyond the immediate consequences. This practice isn't about predicting the future, it's about being the architect of your own journey. Picture yourself shaping the narrative of your life with intentional decisions, like an artist with a canvas. Here's the key: resist the rush. In those quiet moments, become your own guide. Ask yourself what truly matters, having a personal conversation with your values. Mindful decision-making invites you to a journey where each decision becomes a clear step toward the person you want to become. As you find yourself at the crossroads, consider mindful decision-making as your companion. Feel the rhythm of your own decision-making dance, where thoughtful reasoning blends with your core values. It's about steering intentionally. Your decisions are the brushstrokes on the canvas of your life, crafting a picture that reflects the artistry of your mindful choices. Take the lead and let the dance unfold. Practice 7. Mindful communication. As we navigate the intricate threads of our daily interactions, there's a practice that can add a touch of grace to our conversations. Think of it as a flowing dialogue that fosters understanding and connection. Imagine this: you're in the midst of a conversation, and instead of simply responding, you're truly present. Mindful communication is more than the words being exchanged. It's about cultivating a deep awareness of the exchange, the looks, the tones, the body language, all the subtle undercurrents of emotion and intention. As you engage in dialogue, allow your mind to be fully present. Listen not just with your ears, but with your heart. This practice is an invitation to understand, connect, and empathize. Picture each conversation as a unique moment to learn, to share, and to grow. Don't rush through your words. Take a breath. Reflect on the impact your words might have. Mindful communication is about choosing your words consciously, realizing the power they hold. Whenever we say something we don't mean, we diminish the quality of the conversation, and even more importantly, of ourselves. If you are paying close attention, you'll realize when you say something from the heart or not, because the former will have a subtle positive feedback, both from you and the other person, while the latter will produce the opposite and feel like a betrayal to yourself. Listen to what you are going to say and to what you are saying, and think, is this really what I think? Or am I just trying to impress the other person? Is this my truth, or the truth of someone else I'm just repeating to gain external validation? Be aware of yourself by being present in the moment, by truly listening to what both of you are saying. If you manage to tune into this genuine way of interacting, the truth will be easier to detect, and the courage necessary to say it easier to muster. No matter how difficult it might be at first to take time to reflect in the middle of a conversation, it's worth it. Once you become good at this practice, the depth of your conversations will increase as you are not rushing to answer to avoid an uncomfortable silence. You are not just waiting for the other person to shut up to say whatever you want to say. You are actually engaging in the process of communication, and more importantly, learning to manifest an honest expression of your being, carefully choosing the most truthful and meaningful words you possibly can to do this. So, as you embark on your daily conversations, infuse a bit of mindfulness into your communication. Let your words be more than just sounds. Let them be a bridge that connects hearts and minds. It's not about eloquence, it's about authenticity. Your conversations, with all their nuances, deserve the touch of mindful communication. As you practice this, you'll discover that the flow of words becomes a beautiful song, resonating with the wisdom that the Stoics engulfed in their pursuit of meaningful connection and love. Thank you for joining me in this journey through Stoicism and modern mindfulness. I hope these practical tips inspire you to integrate these ancient principles into your daily life, bringing you closer to inner peace. If you found this video helpful, don't forget to subscribe and share your thoughts in the comments below. Until next time, stay mindful, stay stoic.